So, my girlfriend Chloe broke up with me on a random Tuesday morning, over text. No warning, no deep talk, just, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. I was completely blindsided, but what hurt the most was that just 3 days prior, I had financed a vintage, cherry red, Gibson Les Paul guitar, downtown. It was my absolute dream instrument. I'd worked double shifts for 6 months, just to make the down payment. 2 days after the text, she shows up at my apartment. But, she didn't come alone. She brought her older brother, Marcus, and some random guy I'd never seen before. They walked into my living room, and Marcus stepped right into my space. He says, "We're here for the Gibson. Chloe said you bought it for her as a graduation gift, so it's legally her property." I looked at Chloe, but she just stared at her shoes, playing the victim. The random guy started recording me on his phone, saying they'd blow up my reputation online if I didn't hand over the keys to the case. I didn't argue. I just walked into my bedroom, locked the door, and called the local police. 10 minutes later, 2 officers show up. When they start checking IDs, the older cop pauses, and pulls up a report on his tablet. He looks at Chloe, then presses play on an old body cam video, right there in my living room. It turns out, 8 months ago, Chloe had called the cops, claiming I stole cash from her purse. It was entirely fabricated, and the case was dropped, but on the body cam footage, she was caught telling the officer, "I'm just establishing a record, so when we break up, I can take his high-value stuff." The room went dead silent. The random guy lowered his phone, looked at Chloe, and muttered, "You told me he was a thief." The cops escorted them out for trespassing. The Gibson is still sitting safely in my room, and I'm finally playing a much better tune.